Hey, welcome back. In today's video, I want to share with you 3 strategies on how you can start to build your wealth and start your wealth journey and eventually get to a place of having options, financial freedom, so you can live a life that's truly fulfilled on your own terms. Now, before we get into the good stuff, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and make sure to like the video and comment your thoughts below. I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts and actually engaging with you and having more discussions after the video in the comment section. So first things first, before I get into the 3 strategies of how you can start to build your wealth and start your journey to financial freedom, I just want to sell you on why you should be looking forward to getting wealthy and building your financial freedom and building a life and a wealth status that's indestructible. Not that I should have to sell you on this, but just in case, I want to start by selling you on it to make sure that you're fully committed to this journey of becoming wealthy, becoming financially free. And then I'll give you the 3 strategies that have helped me in my journey so far and that are going to help you for sure as well. So in my personal opinion, for you to live a life that's truly fulfilled, that you're happy with and excited about, and it's on your own terms, more important than anything else, you need to build your wealth. You need to become financially free. And it's something that's not just reserved for the 1% or just for the lucky ones. It's something that every single person with the means and resources and the information can get to. And it's something that you should definitely strive to get to as well. There's a few different reasons why you should want to become financially free and build up your wealth, and it's something that you should look forward towards. One of the reasons you should want to build your financial freedom and build your wealth is to be able to help your family and your loved ones whenever necessary and never have to even think twice when you're asked for help and when somebody around you that you truly love and care for needs something from you. So that to me is something that's close to heart, and it's something that drives me. And if you just start to really look at what your financial means are today and what you're able to do for your family and loved ones, and if it's not where you want it to be, that's reason enough, in my own opinion, to actually want to go towards financial freedom and want to build your wealth and want to build something that's absolutely indestructible for the future generations to come. So this is what's called generational wealth. You should be thinking with that. You should be thinking on that scale of the generations to come, and you being able to provide and being that turning point and being that individual in your family, in your lineage, in your hereditary line that stands out and that becomes the person who changes the entire game for everybody else to come. The second reason you should want to become wealthy and become financially free is so that you can experience life, so that you can enjoy life. The one thing that I've never bought into is when people complain about life. Complaining has just never been a thing for me. One, because I'd rather take action and take charge and control of situations and make things happen than sit there and complain. But 2, because I have perspective. This goes back to a video I did about the immigrant mentality. I have perspective about how privileged and lucky we are to live in a first world country. And if you do as well, then you should be grateful for that too. What that perspective allows us to do is to realize that life has a lot to offer. And one thing you can do with your wealth and with your financial freedom is travel the world, experience things, maximize this one life that we have. And traveling, having different experiences in life, and really putting myself out there and being able to take in everything that life has to offer is one major reason for me personally to want to become financially free and want to build my wealth. And it should be a reason for you as well, in my opinion. And the third reason you should want to build your wealth and become financially free is for my charitable folks out there, or for my philanthropists out there. It's so that you can give back to your community, to your country, to your planet, on whatever scale that you want to give back, whether small or large. You need to actually take care of yourself. You need to be selfish first, pour into yourself in order to then become selfless and pour back into others, because you've put yourself in a position to be able to give back. So those are just some of the major reasons why you should want to build your wealth and why you should want to become financially free and start on this journey sooner than later. And all that being said, let's get into the 3 strategies that you can start to implement as of today to build your financial future and to build your wealth. So strategy number 1, surprise, surprise, is to increase your income, is to get better at sales, get better at negotiating, get better at closing, and get better at increasing your income incrementally, and then ideally in leaps. So first, you want to go from 0 to $1,000 bucks, and then you want to go to $1,200, $1,500, $1,800, $2,000, $2,500, $3,000. These are incremental changes in your income and in your revenue and in your production. And then eventually you want to start to take leaps, and whatever way that you can do that in your sales career or in your business, you want to start to do that and then go from 3,000 to 8,000 to 15,000 to 25,000 to 50,000 to a six-figure month, which is $100,000 a month. And you want to start to take those leaps. And I just want to say these three strategies are in order. So you want to follow them in this order. So increasing your income is first. The first thing you have to do to solve all your problems is to increase your income. The moment you start to increase your income, you know that first things first, you have control over your income and over your financial future. That gives you a certain level of confidence that is just attractive, that you want to have in your business and in your life. And then beyond that, when you start to increase your income, you can then go into step 2. And that brings me to step 2, which is to save your income. So once you're starting to increase your income and you're starting to incrementally and then in leaps earn more income, earn more commissions, earn more from your business, whatever it might be, then you start to put a certain percentage aside and start to save your income with the long-term perspective in mind. And here I want to give you a quick hack that you can use in your sales career, in your business, whether you're an employee, a contractor, a sales professional, a business owner, an entrepreneur, whatever it may be. This is something that I did not learn in school or from anybody else. I learned it through self-education and reading books, and specifically the book Profits First. And I want to break this down for you really quick here so that you know what saving your income actually is and what it means and how you can begin to save your income in the right way. So the model that I follow is a variation of the Profits First model, and it goes like this. Every single dollar that comes into the business, and again, you can apply this if you're a sales professional as well, you immediately break up into separate buckets. The first bucket is your profits. So you want to have an account set up and you want to immediately send a percentage of that dollar that comes in to the profits bucket. And these profits are profits in your business or profits that are coming in from your sales career or from your ventures. And you want to put these profits aside immediately without touching the money. The second bucket that comes in is owner's comp or owner's compensation. Now that's another bucket that you immediately want to take a percentage of that dollar that comes in and put it into the owner's compensation bucket. This is essentially what you pay yourself. So this is how much you're going to pay yourself out of every dollar that comes in. And it usually is either a set amount or a set percentage for the year. And you know, as a business owner or even as a sales professional, I set this up myself when I was a sales professional and working with other companies and brands and businesses because I wanted to manage my own business and my own financial future. So I did this early in my career, and you can as well. What you want to do is put that second bucket as owner compensation, and that's a percentage that you're going to pay yourself. The third bucket is the most painful one to put aside, but it's also one of the most important ones because you will get in trouble for this later in the future and it will catch up to you if you don't. The third bucket is your taxes. So you want to put aside a certain percentage for taxes based on obviously where you live and how much your income is that's expected to come in, or your revenue for your business that's expected, and the tax percentage depending on all of these circumstances. So you want to put aside that bucket for taxes and immediately take a percentage of that dollar that comes in and put it aside for your taxes. And the fourth bucket is your OPEX or operational expenses. So again, out of that dollar that comes in, you want to put aside a certain designated percentage aside immediately for your operational expenses. These are expenses for your business, expenses for marketing, running ads for your business, tools for your cell phone if you use that for your business, for your laptop, for integrations, technology, software, things that you use for your business, whatever it might be. These are your operational expenses that you're going to have to invest into your business. So that goes aside into its own bucket. So now you're starting to really play the financial game, and your financial future is no longer a guessing game for you anymore. It's literally a system, it's math, it's broken down for you. Every dollar that comes in isn't just a dollar that's sitting there. It's actually divided into 4 different buckets, and you know exactly how much money you actually have to work with, how much you're paying yourself, how much your operational expenses are, how much your taxes are, and you've put aside everything. You've put aside your profit, and you know exactly what $1 means to you in your business. So that was step 2, which is saving your money. And I just gave you how I would go about it and what I've implemented in my own sales career and in my own life. And I would highly recommend you start to set up these buckets and start to immediately, as soon as any kind of revenue or commissions or money comes in, split your money up into these different buckets so that you know exactly how much you have in your profits, in your operational expenses, in your taxes, and in your owner's comp, and you know how much to play around with, and you can start to really predict your future. And then you can start to also see how your business is doing and how your sales job or sales career is going, and if you need to earn more money, if you need to do more, or if you're on track for your goals. You can really start to see everything in a better light when you start to divide everything into buckets. So that was number 2, save your money. And strategy number 3 for building your wealth and becoming financially free, and this is really the only way that you're going to become financially free, is to invest. Now, I want to clarify something. A lot of people think that getting a really high paying job can lead to you becoming financially free. That's just false. I've had really high paying jobs, and I know people that have had really high paying jobs, and nobody ever at a higher level expects to get to financial freedom or a level of passive income that they can live their future on or provide for their, future generations just through a job or through an income that's currently coming in, for many different reasons. So the reality is, the only way, literally the only way you're going to become financially free is by investing your money and letting it multiply and compound over time. So there's many different ways to invest your money that you can look into, you can research, and I'll get into in future videos that are coming up. But of course, there is the stock market, and there's many different options there. There is real estate, and also many different ways to play real estate and many different options in that space. And also other ways like owning antique stuff, like owning paintings, like owning sports cards that appreciate in value over the years. There's so many different ways to invest your money and multiply it. And one thing I would say just right from the get-go in this area of investing is what my mentors in the investing space, Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett, you see the book right there, Poor Charlie's Almanac, the big blue book at the top, what they say, which is to stay within your circle of competence when you're investing. And the more intelligent somebody is, usually the more they think that they know beyond their circle of competence, and they feel like they could figure it out and they could probably be successful outside their circle of competence, which always happens to be a very costly mistake. So one thing I've learned from Charlie Munger, from Warren Buffett, some of the most successful investors of all time, among others, is to stay within your circle of competence and really study your investments for the long term, and not get caught up in fads, not get caught up in the hype, not get caught up in what's hot today. And this is something that's been very valuable to me in building my investing portfolio. So investing is something that I'll get into in future videos, but just know that the only way to truly build your financial future, build your financial fortress, and multiply your income and multiply your savings and multiply your wealth over the long term is by investing it. So I hope you applied these strategies to multiply your wealth, to build your financial freedom, and so that you can give back to your loved ones and your family, so that you can experience life at a very high level and see everything that the world has to offer you, and so that you can give back to your community, to your country, and to society as a whole. Once again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video, comment below your thoughts. I would love to speak with you in the comment section about what you thought about wealth, about making money, about saving money, about multiplying money, about all of these different things that we talked about, and what your plan is to build your generational wealth and to solidify your financial future. Make sure to do all of that. I'm looking forward to bringing you more content. Stay tuned. There's a lot more coming.